Salutare băi și bine m-am găsit la un nou episod din Fallout 4. Hai să-l terminăm. Auri? Candy Crush. Hai să vedem. Deci am fost la institut și m-am pus să găsesc un sint de la care era mai de mult, să-l ajut, să bag înapoi. Am găsit și o armură full șmecheră din Fallout 1, o să vă arăt. Are casca din Fallout 1 și acum să facem căcatul ăsta. Facem side quest-ul ăsta și după aia ne băgăm frumos pe story, că cred că îl terminăm. Nu cred că mai avem, vreau să terminăm seara asta, că mai avem multe de jucat. Și vreau să vă spun că pe viitor, nu știu când, dar pe viitor vă promit că o să jucăm Fallout 1 Vegas și Fallout 3. Ori pe PS5 iau abonament de la 90 de lei o lună premium și luăm. Dacă nu avem bani, luăm pe calculator, dacă înțelegi ce zic. Dar ai mai frumos pe PlayStation. Ai vibe, ai achievement, ai mai multe chestii. Să vedem ce se întâmplă. A vorbit și Bobo Spider. A vorbit și Bobo Spider.
You have no idea how relieved I am to hear that. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot. There's a man, doesn't so you need
I'll do my...
we just
Can I talk to you?
something on your mind?
The Institute knows about Bunker Hill. They're planning...
The timing, maintaining.
Stockton and the sensor depend.
Well said. We wait.
With me working the inside angle, this is doable.
We can't. You'll probably have a courser escort. You'll have to take him down. You've done it before, but it'll still be dangerous.
Like you
It's a...
Oh, man, you were actually there? Inside the belly of the beast? No time for that, though. Let's set you up.
Carrington wants to talk with you.
We could hold out pretty well in a spot like this.
Hey, Synth.
I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, the line at the car wash was super long. Took me forever.
Your attempt at humor is wasted. Our target, the situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in.
Yeah, we've got this.
Remember, the synths are the primary objective. Harm must be avoided at all costs. The mission's parameters just changed. I'm going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
No way to hit this. I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
That's... All right, Sin.
Please.
C-322, initiate reset. Authorization code, Gamma 49 Typhoon. You there, Synth.
Come on, please. Just don't.
Relax. You're free to go.
Really? Something's ghosting us.
Excuse me.
Thank you for sparing us. Thank you for sparing us.
Hey there.
We'll get somewhere safe as soon as you're gone. We'll get somewhere safe as soon as you're gone.
Hold up.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us.
Uh-huh. They kept me alive, too.
They did, indeed. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency. It only made sense that my parents should, I'll admit. When I had you released from Vault 1, to not only do extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was, certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. Well, it's remarkable. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
It's my fault. I wasn't able to complete the mission.
I gave you this opportunity to prove yourself. Particularly to prove to the Directorate that you deserve a place here. That will now be significantly harder. There will be accusations that you deliberately sabotaged the mission. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Your presence here is a great gift, not just to Father, but to all of us.
Remember to practice good sanitation habits at all times. If you require maintenance, please file a report with the Facilities Division.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
Of course.
Really? Power is... I'm not talking. With every...
Sure.
Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress.
In this world, I'm sure compromise is necessary.
Quite right. For far too long, we've been dependent on others. On our surroundings. That time is over. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
I'm not sure what this means.
You'll see in time. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ao. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I'm sorry this is difficult. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Please, everyone, please, I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
This can't be happening. I only just found you.
I've had the same thoughts more than a few times. But we cannot let this stop us. Our work must continue. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
X688 sounded very impressed with your work at Libertalia. He doesn't give praise lightly. Well done.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. That's why I made the decision. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead, for all of us. But for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing. I hope you realize how important mass fusion is to our overall goal.
Nice work bringing that road synth back.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over the details. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got it in my hands. I'm going with you.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our option. Not to put more... We don't head on up to...
Right.